Introduce Isla, a curious girl with a love for adventure, and her loyal dog, Pepper. One sunny afternoon, while exploring an old bookstore, Isla finds a hidden map tucked inside a dusty book. The map shows the way to a legendary volcano that erupts with ice cream. Excited, Isla and Pepper embark on the adventure of a lifetime. Following the map, Isla and Pepper hike through beautiful landscapes filled with candy-colored trees and sweet-smelling air. Along the way, they encounter playful creatures made of sweets, like gummy bears and chocolate bunnies, who guide them closer to the ice cream volcano. Isla and Pepper finally arrive at the legendary ice cream volcano, only to find it frozen solid. The once flowing rivers of caramel are iced over, and the volcano, which should be bursting with flavors, is covered in snow. At the base of the volcano, they find an ancient sign explaining that they must solve a series of puzzles to bring the volcano back to life. The first puzzle takes Isla and Pepper to the Caramel River, where they must navigate across without falling into the sticky caramel below. The stepping stones are made of various ice cream toppings, and they must choose the right ones in the correct order to reach the other side. After crossing the river, Isla and Pepper reach Waffle Cone Mountain, where they must climb to the top. The tricky part? The waffle cone pieces are fragile, and they must use special syrup to stick the pieces together as they climb, or they'll slide back down. At the top of Waffle Cone Mountain, Isla and Pepper meet the ice cream guardians. 3 giant scoops of ice cream with eyes and faces made of candy. The guardians are friendly, but challenge Isla to a riddle. Solving it will unlock the next step of their journey. The riddle leads them to the fudge fountain, but it's frozen. To restore the flow of rich, warm fudge, Isla must figure out how to melt the ice by combining different flavors of ice cream that are hidden around the area. But they need to act fast before the fountain freezes over completely. With the fudge fountain restored, the ground rumbles, and suddenly, the ice cream volcano begins to thaw. The ice cracks, and rivers of colorful ice cream start to flow again. Flavors of every kind, mint, chocolate, strawberry, erupt from the volcano, filling the sky with delicious rainbows. Isla and Pepper celebrate their success by enjoying the sweetest reward, a giant feast of every ice cream flavor imaginable. The ice cream guardians invite them to join, and together they feast on towering sundaes, banana splits, and candy-covered treats. After the feast, the ice cream guardians reveal the secret of the volcano. It's powered by kindness and teamwork. As long as people work together and share the joy of ice cream, the volcano will never freeze again. Isla and Pepper return home with full bellies and happy hearts. They keep the map, knowing that someday they might need to return to the ice cream volcano for another adventure. As they look back, the volcano continues to erupt sweet ice cream flavors into the sky. I encourage viewers to imagine their own magical adventures, where kindness and teamwork bring the sweetest rewards. Invite them to explore new worlds with Isla and Pepper in future stories. As the video ends, encourage viewers to subscribe, hit the like button, and stay tuned for more sweet adventures with Isla, Pepper, and their magical world. One chilly evening, under a full moon, Leo was walking home when he noticed a strange glow through the trees. Curious, he followed it and found something he never expected: a giant circus tent shimmering in moonlight. But this was no ordinary circus. It felt alive, and as Leo took a step closer, he could hear faint music and see glowing lights twinkling. As Leo hesitated at the entrance, a tall figure in a glittering top hat appeared. It was the ringmaster. With a warm smile, he bowed and invited Leo into the moonlight circus, saying, "Only once in 100 years does this circus open its doors. Tonight, you're our special guest." Inside the circus, Leo couldn't believe his eyes. There were flying tigers soaring through the air, trapeze artists swinging on stars, and jugglers tossing glowing comets. The audience was filled with magical creatures clapping and cheering. And just as Leo was getting lost in the magic, the ringmaster approached and said, "Tonight, Leo, you will perform with the flying tigers." At first, Leo was nervous, but the flying tigers were kind and playful. They taught him how to soar through the air, guiding him with their glittering wings. Leo felt weightless, like a feather on the breeze. Soon, the ringmaster handed him glowing stars, and Leo found himself juggling them with ease. The crowd cheered as he performed, feeling like he belonged in this magical world. As Leo rested after his performance, the ringmaster approached with a serious expression. "Leo," he said, "the moonlight circus appears only once every 100 years, but it is fading. Only if you solve its riddle will it stay for one more night before vanishing again. The answer lies within the circus itself. But hurry, for time is short." Leo raced through the circus, searching for clues. He talked to talking lions, asked the stardust jugglers, and even sought advice from the flying tigers. Finally, in the Hall of Mirrors, he noticed something unusual. A reflection of the moon held a message. The moon's magic fades at dawn, but with the light of a friend, the circus can carry on. Leo quickly understood. The circus needed the magic of friendship to survive. He gathered the flying tigers, the stardust jugglers, and even the talking lions. Together, they formed a circle in the center of the tent, holding hands and paws. As they focused their light and friendship, the moonlight inside the tent grew brighter and brighter. The circus began to glow with life once more. As the circus filled with moonlight and magic, the ringmaster smiled. "Well done, Leo. Thanks to you, the moonlight circus will shine for one more night." The performers cheered and the audience clapped. Leo was offered a spot in the circus forever, but he knew his adventure was over. For now. With a wave, he left the magical tent, knowing he'd always be welcome whenever the moonlight circus appeared again. Thanks for joining Leo's magical adventure at the moonlight circus. Remember, the magic of friendship can light up the darkest night. Don't forget to like, subscribe, and join us for more amazing stories. One afternoon, while Mia was digging in her backyard, she stumbled upon something unusual, a rock that glowed with a soft, golden light. Curious, she picked it up, and suddenly, the ground beneath her feet began to rumble. A secret tunnel opened, and before Mia knew it, she was being gently pulled underground. Mia landed softly in a magical world beneath the earth, a kingdom where tiny people lived among glowing plants and sparkling waterfalls. Everything was lit by a bright crystal gem that hovered above the city. The little people stared up at Mia in awe. "Welcome to the underground kingdom," said a tiny warrior named Bryn, bowing politely. "We've been waiting for you." Bryn explained to Mia that the magical gem Their kingdom's source of light had been stolen by the mischievous Mole King, who lived deep within the earth. Without the gem, their world would soon fall into complete darkness. "We need your help, Mia," Bryn said. "You were brought here by the glow of the stone to help us find the gem and return light to our kingdom." Mia, with the glowing rock in hand, set off with Bryn on a thrilling adventure through the dark tunnels. Along the way, they faced all sorts of challenges: spiky rocks, tricky mazes, and even a river of flowing mud. But with Mia's courage and Bryn's knowledge of the underground, they pressed on, determined to get the gem back. Finally, Mia and Bryn arrived at the Mole King's lair, a huge cavern filled with treasure and shimmering crystals. There, on a throne made of stone, sat the Mole King himself, with the stolen magic gem glowing in his paws. "You'll never get it back," the Mole King sneered. But Mia wasn't about to give up that easily. Mia whispered a plan to Bryn. With a wink, she approached the Mole King and said, "That gem is only a small piece of the treasure. If you give it back, I'll show you where the real treasure is hidden." The Mole King's eyes lit up with greed. "Real treasure, you say?" he asked, intrigued. While the Mole King was distracted, Bryn snuck behind him and grabbed the gem. As soon as Bryn had the gem, he and Mia dashed toward the exit. But the Mole King realized he'd been tricked and sent his guards after them. Mia and Bryn ran as fast as they could, dodging traps and narrowly escaping falling boulders. Just as the tunnel began to close behind them, they leaped to safety, clutching the gem tightly. Back in the underground kingdom, Mia and Bryn placed the gem back into its place in the center of the kingdom. The entire underground world lit up, glowing brighter than ever before. The tiny people cheered and thanked Mia for her bravery. As the kingdom celebrated, Bryn smiled up at Mia. "You saved us," he said. "The underground kingdom will never forget your courage. Thanks for joining Mia on her adventure in the underground kingdom. Remember, even the smallest light can guide you through the darkest tunnels. Don't forget to like, subscribe, and come back for more magical stories." Blaze, a friendly young dragon, loves the warmth and brightness of the sun. He plays all day, chasing his tail and soaring through the bright blue sky. But when night falls, Blaze hides in his cave, trembling at the darkness surrounding him. Even though he can breathe fire, which lights up his surroundings, Blaze is still terrified of the dark. He sits at the entrance of his cave, watching the stars from a distance, too afraid to explore the night. One evening, while Blaze sits nervously, a small, glowing light buzzes around him. It's Flick, a friendly firefly. "Why are you so scared of the dark?" Flick asks, circling Blaze with her cheerful glow. "I don't know," Blaze admits, embarrassed. "It's just so big and empty." Flick smiles warmly. "I know the dark seems scary, but it's filled with beautiful things if you look closely. Let me show you." Blaze hesitates, but decides to trust Flick. Together, they step out of the cave and into the night. Flick leads Blaze through a field where the moonlight gently illuminates the landscape. Blaze is surprised by how calm and peaceful it feels. "It's not so bad," Blaze says quietly as Flick flies ahead, her light flickering like a tiny lantern. Flick leads Blaze to a river that sparkles under the light of the full moon. The water reflects the night sky like a mirror, and glowing fish swim just below the surface. Blaze is captivated by the gentle sounds of the water and the shimmering beauty of the scene. "Wow," Blaze whispers. The night is beautiful. Flick smiles. See, there's nothing to fear here. Next, Flick takes Blaze to a meadow filled with glowing flowers. Each flower radiates a soft light, lighting up the night in a beautiful display of colors: pinks, blues, and purples. Blaze walks through the meadow, his fear fading with every step. These are moonflowers, Flick explains. They only bloom at night, and they glow to guide creatures like us. As they continue their journey, they hear the flutter of wings overhead. A wise old bat named Luna swoops down from a tree. What brings a dragon out at night? She asks. Blaze explains his fear of the dark, and Luna listens patiently. The night is full of beauty and wonder, she says. Close your eyes and listen. Let the sounds of the night show you its secrets. Blaze closes his eyes, and for the first time, he hears the soothing chorus of crickets, the rustling of leaves, and the gentle breeze. Blaze opens his eyes, feeling calm and confident. The night no longer feels big and empty. It feels alive and magical. Luna teaches Blaze how to see the beauty in the night, while Flick glows brightly beside him. Blaze breathes out a gentle flame, watching the firelight dance in the darkness. He smiles, realizing that the night is just as special as the day. Thank you, Flick. Thank you, Luna. I'm not afraid anymore, Blaze says, beaming with pride. Blaze returns to his cave, but this time, he doesn't hide inside. He sits outside, watching the stars twinkle in the night sky, feeling peaceful and unafraid. Flick rests on his shoulder, and together, they watch the beauty of the night unfold before them. The night isn't so scary after all, Blaze says. It's beautiful. Ella, an adventurous young girl, and her grandfather, a kind old man with twinkling eyes, arrive at the mysterious castle. The castle stands tall on a hill, its walls covered in vines with colorful flowers. As they step inside, they notice that the castle is filled with lifelike stuffed animals and vibrant flowers. As they wander the halls, the flowers begin to sway, and the stuffed animals start to move. Ella watches in amazement as a large sunflower with a gentle face introduces itself as Sunny. A cuddly stuffed bear, Patches, comes to life and speaks, telling Ella that the castle has a rich history. But something strange is happening. As Ella and her grandfather explore, the flowers and animals become more animated, but start acting strangely. Some flowers close up tight, while others whisper mysterious things. Patches explains that the castle's magic is fading because something from the past is unresolved. Ella meets more characters: Rose, a wise and elegant rose, and Shade, a mysterious daisy with a shadowy hue who claims to know the secrets of the past. Each flower and animal begins telling stories from the castle's history, from royal balls to magical feasts. But Shade warns that not all is as it seems. Shade reveals that long ago, the castle was home to a magical family who cared for the enchanted flowers and animals. But a mysterious event caused the castle to fall into silence. Ella realizes they must discover what happened in the past to restore balance. Ella and her new friends search the castle for clues, finding old tapestries and paintings that tell the story of a missing magical gem that once powered the castle's magic. Patches, Sunny, and Shade help Ella piece together the mystery, guiding her toward a forgotten room in the castle. Ella and her grandfather discover a hidden room filled with overgrown flowers and broken stuffed animals. In the center of the room lies a darkened gem. Shade explains that the gem's light was lost, causing the strange behavior in the castle. Only someone with a pure heart can reignite it. Ella places her hand on the gem, and with her kindness and bravery, it begins to glow once more. The castle is instantly restored to its former glory. Flowers bloom brightly, and the stuffed animals dance with joy. The mystery is solved, and the castle's magic returns. As Ella and her grandfather prepare to leave, the flowers and animals thank her, promising that the castle will always be a place of wonder and stories. The video ends with Ella and her grandfather leaving the castle as the sun sets, the flowers waving goodbye, and Patches offering a playful wink. A message appears. The adventure doesn't end here. Come back for more magical stories.